Welcome to the Orioles Birdland Report.
Birdland, you're going to want to hear this. With just a few days left before the MLB trade deadline, Jackson Holliday's name has surfaced in a place Orioles fans never wanted to see it: trade speculation. Before we break down what's really behind those rumors, make sure you hit subscribe. It's free, it takes just a second, and it's the best way to make sure you never miss a breaking Orioles update. Done? Great, let's get into it. As the August 3rd trade deadline approaches, the Baltimore Orioles are increasingly being viewed around the league as potential sellers. A disappointing season from the club's young core has fueled questions about whether the front office could consider more aggressive moves than anyone expected. In a recent trade deadline big board from The Athletic, insiders Tim Britton, Johnny Flores Jr., Chad Jennings, and Eno Saris stopped short of ruling out a Jackson Holliday trade altogether. They labeled the chances as low, giving it a red light probability, but the fact that his name even made the list has gotten plenty of attention across Birdland. Before the deadline arrives, Baltimore still has a 3-game series against the Philadelphia Phillies, giving the front office one final opportunity to evaluate the roster before making any major decisions. At just 22 years old, the #1 overall pick in the 2022 MLB Draft has quietly put together the best stretch of his young career. After missing the first 48 games of the season because of a fractured hamate bone in his right hand, Holliday has returned looking like the player everyone expected. Through 154 at-bats, he's collected 40 hits, 5 home runs, and 20 RBIs, while posting a .260 batting average and a .364 on-base percentage, both career highs if they hold. What doesn't get talked about enough is his contract situation. Holliday is still a full year away from salary arbitration, making him one of the most affordable and controllable young players in baseball. That's exactly the type of asset contending teams would love to acquire. Defensively, though, the advanced metrics at second base remain inconsistent, and that's still viewed as an area the organization would like to see improve. Over the last few days, I've spoken with people who have knowledge of the Orioles' scouting operation, and the message has been pretty consistent. Right now, no one inside the front office is actively shopping Jackson Holliday. League executives naturally speculate whenever a talented young player is attached to a disappointing team, but the people I've talked to don't believe Baltimore wants to send the message that it's panicking by moving the top prospect of the Mike Elias era before he's even arbitration eligible. That said, no one was willing to say he's completely untouchable either, and that alone tells you plenty about the mood surrounding this franchise as the deadline gets closer. From my perspective, trading Jackson Holliday at this point would be a major strategic mistake. He's coming off an injury, his offensive production has improved month after month, and he remains one of the most team-friendly assets anywhere in the organization. Selling a player like that while his value is still recovering simply because the Orioles fell short of expectations in 2026 is the kind of move franchises often regret for years. I understand why fans are frustrated with this young core. Believe me, I've been asking for better results all season. But there's a huge difference between reacting to one disappointing year and making a long-term baseball decision. A smart front office has to separate emotion from asset management. If the O's move Holliday now, it won't look like a calculated baseball decision, it'll look like panic disguised as a plan. That's the latest, Birdland. The trade deadline is almost here, and the rumors are only going to get louder. Stay locked in, because I'll be back the moment something real starts happening around the warehouse. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and as always, let's go O's!